Called him Don. I never called him Dad my whole life. You know, I really wanted his attention. I kind of self-diagnosed myself that I started jumping cars.
Jeff Clay is able to leap motor vehicles in a single bound.
You know, I found that I had a very unusual jumping ability as a young teenager. I was winning first place in the high jump and long jump and hurdles, and his philosophy there with where he was is that that's all stupid, it's going to fade away, nobody cares. Maybe true, but you know, you don't tell your kid that if they have dreams and aspirations, right? When I would look at the colleges, those guys were only jumping 6'4" and 6'6". Dwight Stones was winning the Olympics at 7'6", and I was a senior in high school, easily jumping, you know, the 7 foot. With my inferiority kind of complex, I didn't go to college because I was afraid of failure. My mom, she was the only one that did believe in me. Dad was just not there emotionally for any of us. He abandoned us a number of times. He's making me pay rent for my own room while he's sitting there not working. And so I'm tripping over him to go to work to pay rent at the house.
Jeff's first auto jump took place over the family Volkswagen. He's been jumping ever since. Today's personal record of 100 consecutive jumps doubled his prior record of 50. It took him only 38 minutes to complete the feat. And what did the observers think?
It's really weird. I don't think anybody else could do it.
Probably would never have jumped another car. It wasn't that big of a deal to me, but a neighbor came out and said, "Oh my God, Jeff Clay, can you do that again? Charlie, come here, you gotta see this." Something struck in me that, wow, maybe I am, you know, something. Maybe I can be somebody. And at that time, I was wanting to get into commercials, and again, that insecurity was driving me. I wanted to be famous because I didn't feel like I was much of anything, so I thought that would validate me too.
We have another guy out there tonight. His name is Jeff Clay. Hi, Jeff, how are you?
Dave, I'm doing great, thanks.
And you're going to jump over, hurdle a series of 3 automobiles on 53rd Street. Is that correct?
That's correct, Dave.
And you've been doing this for 30 years?
Yes, sir, 30 years.
Jeff Clay is featured in this publication, Ripley's Believe It or Not.
That's so?
Right.
He's in there?
He's in there.
4, most number of hurdles over a car?
No, he had 1,000 donuts in a minute. Whoa! Oh, no. 2. 3, all right. Nice going, Jeff. Attaboy.
You know, when I was on the Letterman show, he asked me, "Hey, could you do one with a car speeding at you?" And we kind of laughed. I was really too old at that point to do that. Between, say, 17 years old and 25, when I set the Guinness Book World of Records, I genuinely started searching. I have no purpose in my life, none. I have stuff, but it obviously doesn't make you happy. So I gave my life to the Lord. I continued hearing the Holy Spirit through His Word say, "Forgive." It happened so often, so frequently, to the point where I was like, "Okay, God, I get it, okay. I don't have any anger toward anybody. I forgive everybody. How can I hold unforgiveness toward anybody for you forgiving me completely? How can I do that?" In that same fraction of a second, another word from the Lord came and said, "Honor your father." I'm telling you, it would not have hurt me more if you had taken a heated sword and pierced my heart. How dare you ask me to forgive that man? How dare you? You know, he wasn't there for me. He's not even due any honor. He did nothing for me.
See, and are you able to incorporate hurdling cars in your job?
Well, in a roundabout way, I motivate people to get over obstacles in life, so yes.
Oh, I like that. Very good. Very nice.
Hi, I'm Jeff Clay,
And all my friends call me Jumpin' Jeff Clay. You can find a way through it, around it, or do like I do. Just get over it!
I'd love to tell you that I was so spiritual that I immediately embraced that. I didn't, man. I fought that. That hurt. I mean, it took a long time for me to get to that place. And again, the Lord said, in my spirit, I'm not asking you to honor him because he's worthy. I'm asking you to honor him because I said to. I had no clue whether he was even still alive. Within 3 days, the phone rang, and she said, your dad just came through here, and he's got cancer, and I think you need to get in touch with him. I found my dad living with 2 other men in a double-wide trailer that looked like it had been at the, at the landfill, and walked in, and he was drunk. I called him Don. I never called him Dad my whole life. And I said, Don, I could have been a better son to you. I could have been more loving, more forgiving, more understanding, and I want you to know I ask for your forgiveness. And with doing that, I want you to know that I forgive you. I forgive you for not being there at my track meets. I forgive you for not being there for me and Mom and Stacy. I forgive you. I understand you probably had some challenges too, and I'm not going to judge you for that. And I said, as a covenant between me and my God, from now on, going from this day forward, I'm going to start calling you Dad. I would take him groceries. I would clean him up. I would pick him up out drunk on the ground, take him to emergency rooms. He had a lot of time in isolation to think about his life. And at the end of the day, not only did he forgive other people, but more importantly, he forgave himself. He lived with a significant amount of condemnation and wanted to be a better person, wanted to be a good Christian person, but my prayer for years was, God, truly save him and take him, because I just don't know that he had the constitution to stay on the wagon, if you will. We were never able to have a really deep relationship. We didn't have time to. But I was honored that before he died, he was at the hospital. We just talked to the doctor. He talked about his funeral, and he said, Jeff, he said, I've never had a pastor, but he said, you have become my pastor, and I want you to preach my funeral. That's the beauty of Christ. It's the beauty of reconciliation. And to have that personal experience, man, it's just, it's life-changing.
If this story inspired you, take the steps to change your life. The first step is always to say, Jesus, help me. Come On, Let's Go distributes hundreds of similar stories of lives changed by Jesus Christ. If you want to be part of this vision, go.